from the fact that you have to open up your books for the Accountant General for the Federation and the Auditor General of the Federation to look at the books and to be able to do their work. Up to the fact that once the Accountant General's report is submitted to the Auditor General, he has a couple of days to do his work and submit to the PAC. By entrenching these provisions in the Constitution, it shows that the Constitution regards the auditing function as a very fundamental issue and objective of state policy. And we cannot talk about consolidation of democracy, good governance, transparency, and accountability, value for money, without discussing audits. And we looked at the Lima Declaration of Guidelines on Auditing Precepts, which was adopted by the 9th Congress of the International Organization of Supreme Auditing Institutions, called INTOSAI. And it talks about the concept and establishment of audits that is inherent in public financial administration, as the management of public funds is a trust. Audit is not an end in itself, but an indispensable part of a regulatory system whose aim is to reveal deviations from accepted standards and violations of the principles of legality, efficiency, effectiveness, and economy of financial management early enough to make it possible to take corrective action in individual cases. Early enough. Or to make those accountable to accept responsibilities, to obtain compensation, or to take steps to prevent or at least render more difficult such breaches in the future. So you ask yourself, are we having these qualities in our auditing system? So if there are deviations from acceptable standards, are we having corrective action? To what extent do we have money returned to Treasury? And what instruments have we made available to our Supreme Audit Institution to be able to do its work? And we recall that the public finance management system in Nigeria has been undergoing reforms since the return to civil rule in 1999. From Obasanjo's days up till now, we've had reforms in fiscal responsibility. We've had reforms in public procurement. I recall having witnessed a service delivery initiative meeting at the State House. We've also even reviewed the financial regulations and a whole lot of things. But audit is one aspect of PFM that we have not focused much attention. I recall that in early 2007, when the Obasanjo administration was handing over, fiscal responsibility bill was passed, public procurement bill was passed, audit reform bill was passed. The Obasanjo administration did not have the presence of mind to sign these bills. It was the Yar'Adua administration that came. He signed public procurement, he signed fiscal responsibilities, but the audit bill was allowed to lapse. Sometimes in the Saraki Senate, the audit reform bill was also passed before the last elections. It was also on record that it was submitted to the president for assent. Neither did the president send it back with comments of why he would not assent, nor was it assented to. So this time around, it also fell through the cracks. And the chain of a system is as strong or as weak as its weakest link. So the audit function has been one of those major challenges of our PFM system. So audit is why